Alright, hello. Sliggy's not live, so I guess I'm recording my VOD. Grand final. Seeding and bragging rights on the line. This map was picked by FPX to begin with, EDG on defense. FPX looked really good on this map yesterday up against DRG. Running a very interesting comp with the double controller and the double duelist. No Cypher. Solo initiator too. And EDG actually going for a flank. We'll talk about that comp in a little second, but the lack of Cypher has actually been exploited straight away. And FPX are completely unaware of it. But the smoke has actually protected the the plant, the spike and the plant, and I combined them to say spank. Autumn trying to get a cheeky fight on Howdong, does clear him, thankfully. Good lord. Doors open, nobody's taking a fight, the flank is coming in full force behind, and now it's just Autumn alive in a 1 versus 3, the spike is implanted for him. And immediately, EDG punished the lack of, like, sentinel flank control. And I guess FPX just weren't quite switched on yet that, oh yeah, we need to maybe watch out for this. Praying for the rise of China so Ryan gets more attention. I appreciate that. I'm just praying for the rise of China because I think it's a cool region. I think the fact that these guys... Unfortunate, really, that they had planted by the time that they realized the flank was going on. Because if this plant was more, like, into the open... It's GG already. Let's... Take it easy. Not quite yet. Also, it's kind of interesting to have a full best of 5 where Lotus isn't played. We've seen such little icebox from kickoff too, so this is a pretty clean anti-eco. I haven't been watching it too much. Do you think Wolves is top 5? Do you want my serious answer, or do you want my hi-ho Wolverhampton answer? Because both are the same. Of course Wolves are fucking top 5. In 10 Chinese teams and franchise too many? Well, it's the exact same amount as everybody else, so no. Can FPX win this, Sir Ryan? I think it's doable. Really depends on the maps that we've not really seen either team play. But I think Wolves are really good. I think that the fact that they had to play pretty much all... They played 5 out of 7 maps. No, maybe even 6 out of 7 maps. And he had a permaban of Lotus. Like, I think it was just like what Wolves had was really good, but I think that they got found out early. Because they... Like, it's a brand new team. You go up against EDG that have been pretty much playing together for at least a year with this squad. More than a year. Going on to, like, new maps and a new meta. Like, you could sort of tell that Sunset against Billy, or Kung Kung, they know that he's sort of pushed up. Good angle, actually, for Life to be on. To try and punish this. It's just whether they can actively crutch it. Why did hold on, you saw him dash. That should have been called. Why was it not called? At least it's traded by Lysa, but that gets traded by nobody. Did they assume that he dashed back? But Autumn saw him, I'm pretty sure. A weird moment. It happens. But I thought that, like, this position for Life was, like, in a good way to, like, kind of... Because, you know, Kung Kung always goes for this play. He always tries to get on this wall and, like, up this. He did it a lot when he was playing Neon on this map. And Autumn should know it too, because when Autumn was playing Raze on this map, he was satcheling up onto this to take the fight. Even satcheling onto this on defense, going all the way here. So these are 2 duelists that know, like, there's a really good spot to be playing on defense, especially if you have, like, a Marshal or an Op, or an Outlaw. But this is just descended into shithousery. There's the fluidness. Rifle clears, thankfully, because that Spectre did a lot of damage. And Autumn again is such a high line. You're in a 3 versus 2. You've got the lurk from Berlin over here. This is just deathmatch. But okay, FPX has steadied the ship. Will EDG win Madrid? I don't know. I think that... Honestly, my answer depends on who qualifies from Americas. If we get like NRG and Loud qualifying, I feel less confident about it. If Sentinels or EG qualify instead, it's not that I think that they're worse teams, it's just... Yeah, I don't know. I think Americas is primed to win the event now. Like, if Americas don't win Madrid, I'll be shocked. Genji gonna win Madrid, bro? I think they're gonna do better than expected. I don't think it's the kind of team that's gonna flounder. And yeah, FPX. FPX still have a lot of work to do, but they definitely looked iffy. I mean, Loud win it all. I mean, I'm not going to say too much about the Americas teams because I've not properly watched the games as closely as I have with like China or Pacific, naturally, because the time zone is bad. But the plan is, by the way, after today, for next week up until Madrid, so the next 2 weeks, we're going to be doing watch parties like starting around this time, like 9 a.m. GMT, and we'll catch up on EMEA in Americas. Like, I haven't seen all of the big games. Like, I haven't seen like Sentinels versus Leviathan and stuff. Like, we're going to be rewatching all of that. So if you've not seen it, be sure to like follow and tune in for the games next week. And if you have watched it, enjoy watching it again. Berlin 1 versus 3. Just go for an execute, just get absolutely like stonewalled. Sleep bite, shock dart, nice and easy. Good from EDG. Who do you have winning Saturday? Like I said, I haven't really seen either of the two teams perform yet. At face level, I'd say NRG. But I like genuinely, I don't know if they've dropped a map. I don't know if there's been any maps or any series where NRG haven't looked good. Like, I'm just talking off just general preconceived notions, I suppose. How's it been? I mean, the series has just started. The tournament, I think kickoff's been great. I think it's been really exciting to watch. The other thing I've been a bit disappointed about is I think the qualifying games yesterday for DRG and Trace. Like, I've been thinking about this. I basically now try to formulate opinions on the game by going, if I was on Plat Chat, what would I say about some of these games? Or like, what would I say if I was on a desk? Because they're pretty much the same. And I think that what I would say for a lot of Sliggy refugees is, if yesterday was the first time that you tuned in to watching China qualifiers, because Sliggy's been watching other stuff, don't take the performances of DRG and Trace at face value. Because both of those teams, DRG played worse than they usually do. It wasn't great Valorant throughout the day, but Trace were awful in comparison to how good they have been. They completely flopped. Flexin was probably the best player for Trace throughout the tournament. Had a shocking series yesterday. Jet dash trip. Waiting for a B execute. You got a cage here. Like, I mean, it's so important to get this like Cypher utility right, especially if you're just gonna trip this. Just having that one trip to get all of the work, and you're not even putting it on site is... He gets him! Oh, life has just been actually owned. Every Cypher player has just got a giant erection from watching that. Huh? I mean, like, that's what people live for. I'm not even a Cypher member. Exactly, yeah. Oh my god, Kung Kung is just allowed to walk out like that? I mean, he was against the eco, but he was just like... It's almost like he came through the trap with the attackers, like it's just Among Us. Right, guys, where are we going? Haha, joke's on you. Isn't EDG the only team with a 2023 roster? Wait, I missed the top of that question because I've got the telestrator on. They're getting exploited for the lack of Sentinel. Of course, it's typical for me to be like, I don't think you need a Cypher on this map. But the thing is, like, if you're not playing Cypher on this map, you need to be more, like, whose job is this? Surely got to be Lysor's. Like, you're not playing Cypher, buddy, but your job is flank control, especially when you've got Berlin, like, doing shit on Astra. Among all the teams in Masters Madrid, isn't EDG the only team with a 2023 roster? Yeah, I think so, so far. I mean, NRG Sentinels kind of made roster changes. Loud made roster changes. Yeah, I mean, EDG is the only team that kept stuff the same. Execute comes in. Cypher trip broken, or just not put down. I assume broken, because why would you not? Hunter's Fury on the default plant. Hunter's Fury, try and hit Hunter's Fury. And actually, nobody gets... How has that happened? How is it where this Hunter's Fury is used to deny the plant, a Hunter's Fury is used in response, and the player using Hunter's Fury in response gets killed first? I think Derek is hilariously underrated. I really like Derek as a player. I think that old 100 Thieves team with Will and Derek on it, I really liked. And I think both, like Will especially, he got so much flack and he didn't deserve it. But Derek I really like. And I think, like, I'm a Silver player, so I watch Derek's streams. And I think what I like about Derek is there's almost a desire to watch Cypher players, Silver players even, like, come out with crazy lineups and crazy shock darts and stuff. But if you watch Leo and you watch Derek, it's not the crazy stuff, it's just the timing of it. Anywho, 4-2. I'm getting distracted by a lot of different stuff, but it is, like, kind of a seeding game. It's nice to just talk about the regions more than anything. Kang op, are you surprised? Of course he has the op. The guns and the buy still here. Cosmic Divide. We saw some cool stuff with Cosmic Divides, like, across the tournament. Jonas used to do crazy silver stuff, now he's a Palwell guy. That's where it goes. But also, like, a lot of those, like, those sort of technical abilities, I'm trying to think of the word, skill expression, I guess. Like, that's gone from Silver, because shock darts do less damage and double shocks don't work. Life is actually opened up the site though. Cosmic Divide is good, but like the plant still hasn't gone down. They're so scared that this wall is going to be pushed. And I guess with like a KO Flash still, obviously you can plant, they're not going to hear it. KO Flash, KO Knife even, hitting 2, I think it gets the Astra and the Silver. Ayang's going to go walking, catches both of them, he knows that there's one for the wall. Kung's dash, oh they almost line up for him. Berlin actually, the Chinese Angel just wins out. Because why would an IGL, why would an Astra player just be stood out, pretty much dick on display, ready to fight you? How many lineups does one need to know to be a good Silver player? I think have one for each. Basically have lineups to execute onto a site from either side. Most of them you can wing. But like for Breeze, for example, you need to know like one of the Breeze lineups where you stand like here, and you recon dart off like this pillar over here, the red one, and it goes like ping, ping, you know, the one that you always see, because it rebounds off this. Like, learn that one. On defense, like, Woohoojin is a guide where he has loads of, like, basic utility for all the agents on Breeze. Just watch that. My advice. I think you could probably get to Immortal from just general basic lineups on Silver. Get into Radiant, you need shock dart lineups for post-plant. And getting shock dart lineups for post-plant will help you climb faster. Why Berlin's got the spike? Where's he going? It really is just Angel. He's just... Have we seen Berlin and Angel in the same room? I don't think so. Not going to see him at the same tournament. Where is he going?
做一下假声音，你要猜我到底是在2楼还是在1楼？但是他刚刚开过一枪，而且有脚步，球球会听到，球球已经知道了他的位置，确定了，确定了。
They also never played at the same time. Oh, and he loses. He loses to a Guardian.
对，就像我们赛前的这个雷达图上。
We're not going to see them at the same tournament as well. Have we ever seen them at the same? Yeah, lock-in, right? But FPX played on one side of the bracket, and then Navi played on the other. Pretty sure.
完全不知道球球会从哪个方向扑过来。这一分第一开始的2个对枪就让 FPX 非常难打的一个3打5。其实接下来
Was it like Alpha Omega bracket? Yeah, Champs 2.
因为 Life 在那个这个中门旁边苟着也苟不了多久。
A little bit of a wank round from FPX. Good from EDG.
其实在打到关键时刻，局部 FPX 是一个均势
Half 50. Yeah. EDG win a lot of those. Difference, I think, for Madrid is going to be that they're not going to be able to just keep winning them like they do. Teams are going to punish them more. And really, that's what I need to see from China. I need to see EDG get punished from doing silly things. And this is them kind of getting punished for doing silly things, but Chichu just somehow just... That's EDG in a nutshell. Like, oh, they've made a mistake here. Surely this costs them. Nope.
那现在阿阳的位置有点尴尬，爆能器还在自己的重生点，他现在需要尽可能先去摸一个减把枪，有点难玩了，说实话。
Ayang lost alive. It's crazy how, like, ooh, for a second, was that a 5 versus 3 in favor for FPX? We're on eco. No, not quite. 4 versus 4. And then this is silly. I don't even know how he sees life there. I think he just sees the cross. Getting that. Just turning into a fucking Animal Crossing character watching this team. They left Spike in spawn? Of course they left Spike in spawn. Would be FPX. They have a buy now. We're getting towards the end. And life is instantly dead. Literally in 2 seconds, he's dead. They can't keep getting away with it. Where is Autumn going? He's got lots of information. He's going to be on the site. Sort of cleared it. Your Berlin Astra sort of lurking, which I guess works. Recon that for more towards yellow. Lot of space given up. Good retake. It's a 5 versus 4. You got null command. Berlin is about to get busted here. Of course it is. Kung Kung's just gonna right click him as well. Null command used on the defense. Lysor's trying to do lineups because he's so far away because of the null command, and like Kung Kung has just cut through him. But again, is this team talking to each other? Like Lysor was just ready to go. He's there like that. Yeah, I think EDG looks a little bit rocky on Sunset, but they look good throughout the day. Trace didn't look good. Trace probably should have won that first map, and by the second, their mental was just broken. Like, Lysor, what are you doing? I guess he was like, I need to get these snake bites out as soon as possible. Like, maybe he just accepted his death there, but still, it's... We were robbed to not see Wolves qualify, because Wolves were scarier against EDG than FPX were. No eco? Actually, no, they have a full buy. Money is a little bit tighter, though, so like if they lose this last round of the half, they're going to be a little bit tight for change. There's another Cosmic Divide, there's another Hunter's Fury. They even really got the plant down other than the few couple of rounds. Okay, nice. 5 versus 3. There's no way that FPX can lose this. Literally, I didn't even finish cursing it before it cursed. Oh no, he's missed the timing. Oh no. Oh no. Autumn. Oh no. Oh no. Like a fucking Metal Gear Solid guard, just... Neural Theft has been given up as well. There's a Hunter's Fury for Ayang. And he has a Recon Dart and a Shrug Dart. And he's gonna have to use it. Berlin wins a big fight, important fight. Oh, almost. Way too close. Wait. Thank you very much for the gifted subs, Geekess. Another 10. You honestly don't need to do that. It's crazy. You were right, there's no way that they lose that. There was a way, it just at least didn't get way too silly. Because it could have got pretty bad. Hunter's Fury used on defense in Hall, they hit the steps. One tag, it was the Euro, so he TP's out. Just leaves the jet. So they're not really sure if there's anybody else here, actually. It might have just been the Euro walking up. Yeah, they're completely like, giving it up. Life just assuming that there was one player over there. Maybe should have like guessed that there was a fragment used for the KO, right? Yeah, not too good from EDG. You've got some of the players backing up behind the Cosmic Divide ready to go for a retake. And then Kong Kong just bursts in with the Operator. And then Chi-Chu bursts through the smoke. Literally like the walkout early, just walking out of smokes and getting kills. Recon showing where Ayang is. You got the Astra here, you got the Viper here. A smoke put this, and it's just disrespected. It's the only downside, I think, like, if you're going to play like an Astra on this map, EDG are like, yeah, you smoke it, we're still going to push through it. Is there any more stars, though? Are there any grabs that you can do? Doesn't look like it. Oh, he's giving up his position. Good from Berlin. 7-5, considering that EDG picked up the pistol. Not too bad. Could it have been more for FPX? Yes. Yeah, you get KO knifed. Close. He was still unsure. You think these teams have a good chance to go deep at Madrid? I don't think either of them will bottom out. I'll say that much. I honestly don't know. I think Madrid's going to be a really interesting and exciting event. Literally 50-50 on like Gamba points on who's going to win out of FPX and EDG on this map. Shishu is fine right now. Shishu, yeah, I think his individual performance for EDG has got better and better over the past, like, over evolution. Like the China tournament that was happening in the last year. I don't get Perman Paper X vibes with EDG. I get that more from Wolves. I think FPX is the one that's cooking up like the weirder comps. And they have like the individuals to like pop off. Like you have Life and Autumn, both of them could do that. But I think it's a little bit more safe. And especially in big games like this, this is typically where teams that actually scare EDG in like normal games, or even beat EDG on certain maps, or even in series. When it comes to grand finals or qualifying games, EDG always wins. They have the mental, they refuse to lose. Yeah, no DRX, no Liquid, no Navi, no Fnatic. Best way to describe EDG is tenacious. I guess so. I think EDG is just too loose. That's why like EDG are just so good at playing in this region, because they could just come out with like individual stuff that just breaks a team's mental. But on the international stage, like AVL, they couldn't get anything going. Like they were just being hard red. Granted, they were also pretty burnt out and shown a lot from Evolution. Berlin is still alive. He's taking a little bit of damage. Now Kung Kung's right in his corner. Surely this gets cleared. He's just walked out into his own smoke. He could have got 2 there at that rate. I mean, he's got to feel a little bit tilted that he walked into that smoke and there's 3 EDG players in it. Oh my god, Life just saw one, I think, for a pixel. Sees him again, only needs a pixel. Nice shots. Alright, so 1 apiece on pistols. Pretty good. What do you think of the competitive scene in OCE? I don't know anything about it, other than some of the players in this tournament are from there. Seeing Swell play for Nova be good. I'd like to see Minimize get a team. Autumn's absolutely popping off. Papa Smurf as a coach is also great. Basically, like the RNG guys, I'd like to see like get picked up. So Guan has, Swell has. All by Niantic Eco, really. Autumn is in a scary spot. You are a Euro, so you can TP out, so luckily he does. Has Kung Kung had his angle? 2 players pushing from elbow. The camera just watching over the top of mid too, so there was so many like eyes and so much heat on this spot. Like that the Yuri's actually TP'd over to B, he has tunnel, and Life's actually rotated over to watch Heaven, who still has a dash. I might have just activated it. So this is like good like protocols from FPX. Keep control of this. Brave from Autumn. Luckily Lysol's just playing air on the B site. I wonder how this is actually going to go on defense with the lack of Cypher over here. Wait, what is Geekus asking about? What's the easiest Valorant agent to master while starting Valorant? Yeah, Sage is good. Killjoy's pretty good. The problem with Sage is that you just get people demanding to be healed, so you're like mercy duty. Alright, nice start. Let's see if it can actually lead to something though. Like the amount of first kills Trace had yesterday and they still lost a round. Even though like you've got like a big difference in money because it's a bonus against the full buy, it's still like decent moments. Like a first kill on defense of Breeze, you gotta do something with it. You can't give him you can't give EDG an in.
如果对面出来，我觉得是求求之不得的情况。是的，现在要抱团了。EDG 这个阵容，他们也清楚啊。
I mean, true on the Holy Priest.
特别好的机会，但是现在如果要跑着近点的话，可能会吃到留一手2发舌吻的时间拖延。就对面确实没有0，但是对面有一个跟少尉差不多的控场位。没错，赵云加上舌吻，但是有0点秀探，留一手出过枪，而且是老位置。赵云先交了，舌吻也给了，但是0点秀探被敲掉，很痛苦。这个赵云上去
washed. I wouldn't go that far.
2发舌吻也全交了。
To be fair, Kang had a pretty quiet map of Sunset, and then in overtime he destroyed. That's the kind of peak that I'm talking about. And now it's sort of enabled a bit of a B split now. Wall's gone up, you got flank control, and Lysol's gone down. Autumn's just in the spot alone. Oh, Ayang's got 2 big kills. Oh, Autumn and Ayang kind of saved that a little bit there. What was that? The player advantage and 4v4, and then a 4 versus 3 in favor of EDG. That's where like Trace went wrong. And FPX at least have something about them to actually get some 6 shots. Oh, and Lysol just goes down this hill. I guess they sort of assumed because Lysol was playing around quad. Like, Autumn basically... Like, Lysol baits for Autumn here. Like, they're like, well, usually the Viper's going to be playing here. We killed her. Nobody else is going to be there. Never mind, the Euro is. We do have a game. And the bonus wins out. An EDG on an eco. Again, like, should be FPX, FPX. It should be FPX winning in this round. But it hasn't always been the case.
除非他没钱，我觉得他没钱，他可能会做这种比较就激进、比较拼的举动。但我有钱，我就没有必要去跟你当这个拼命三了。优势在我不需冒险。那现在 EDG 就得把兵力集中啊。枪差的时候就要用人去堆叠，看能不能去换对方一把枪下来，然后再打残局。
I wonder if I don't. I was gonna say like maybe if Dragon Ranger had played up against EDG, if they'd be able to do a little bit more than Trace did, but. Don't agree with that, and especially with how this is going 4 versus 4 again. At least Kung Kung's low. Flash to hit the execute. Berlin goes to try and peek it. Great little 1-2. I mean, the flash I don't think actually hits Howdong. There's no assist. Luckily, like Autumn and Berlin are clearing up. Very nicely done. You only lose 1 player in the end, I think. You know why Valorant took so long to release in China? Because it takes a while to release any game in China. Like, it takes multiple years. Because I think it's like the government only does it basically when they want to. And like they basically approve games once or twice a year. I don't know why, but there's a lot of stuff that they've done with like limiting kids playing games and limiting microtransactions recently. Hey Zoromaru, hey FS Stump, hello everybody in chat. You'd think Riot would be an exception with LoL? Oh no. Even with like Tencent and stuff backing you. There's only one like thing that's in charge in China, and it's the like Chinese government, right? Yeah, you've got giant, literal giant conglomerates in China like NetEase and Tencent. Like all of these other bigger companies, and none of them just get to evolve their way. How are the games going today? It's first map. You've just tuned in. You've caught it just in time. Howdong is actually having a bit of a stinker, but I don't think he's really had to do much. Also playing Viper on this map stinks. This is brave from Autumn. Overly brave. And he's also picking an area where you have the operator, and then Ion peeks on his own. Timeout for EDG. I think it's the first timeout that we've seen this series. Stuff like that I haven't been paying too much attention because we've been getting distracted on particular topics.
至少有一个掰枪的机会。哎，中路这个位置，刘一手现在知道自己要被包了。对。
Oh no, they're just peeking through. Lysol. He just didn't expect it. I mean, if they literally just ran out and didn't flash, I think he would have just been completely oblivious. With the operator, hey, you still have money to buy another op if you want. You're gonna have to. There's no way that you clear that out. Nice left from Chichu. 8-9. You think Blade kicks Yay? I think it would be the biggest fumble from an esport org. Like, I think you can keep committing to doing Yay on the flex roll. But I think what would be worse is trying it, failing it in a tournament, and getting so much heat for it that you just decide to make a knee-jerk reaction. I think the only roster move that I would change was probably drop Crazy Guy for somebody with a little bit more like experience. Like, for example, you might have something where like Surf is now in Korea with Talon. So maybe you have Surf, maybe you drop somebody from Talon, but maybe that player from Talon could go over to play for Lead. Like Lenny, for example, I think would be a good pickup. Yeah, if I didn't... Was Crazy Guy IGLing too? Okay, Lysol's got 2. He's gone down now with the attack up. 1 behind yellow. 1 here with the operator of life. Autumn versus life. Life against his old team. Ooh.
这个闪好像吃了队友的，是因为只有队友有闪，这个时候，那现在这就比较尴尬了。Smoky 丢出自己闪成锅，在闪右边，正面康康左边狙掉。那这样的话，留给 Life 的
Okay. 1 versus 2. Oh, the operator's missed. And Kung Kung is 50 HP. Nice reposition. Actually, wall bangs him with the op. I think this is probably a save. Oh, no. That was close. Both of them 5 HP, 25 HP. Unlucky. Yeah, I didn't know what the Ye Mysterio thing was. I don't follow like wrestling, but then seeing it was the 6-9. Was it 6-19 that he went? So they were saying 6-19.
是，我觉得对他们来说可能要放弃就是起狙这个选项了，并且我觉得柏林这个点
more in line with it.
非常的谨慎。刚才就是压到了一个完全退不回去的位置，被当时至少。
If you go for NRG versus Centrals, don't. I haven't really watched either of them because it's on too late. But we are catching the VODs all of next week.
那现在9比9 ，FPX 叫出了本场比赛常规时间内的最后一个暂停，确实要调一下自己的领先优势，现在是不复存在了。其实。 在暂停回来之后 ，FPX 主动求变，反而把自己陷入到了一个很尴尬的情况，并且在最近的这2个回合 ，Autumn 的闪每一次都跟自己的队友配合，并不是很完美。
Yeah, I think Bleed, if they dropped Ye, it would be a massive fumble. Even like the fact that they haven't made any content with Ye to talk about that series, like to have comms, to have Ye talk about why he's playing that role, to talk a little bit about what happened in that like 3rd map against Global. I think it's important to like. I mean, that video would just get so many views off the rip, right? But also like humanizes the players a bit more. Like having Ye talk about how difficult it's been, but like how hard they're all working and where these decisions came from is needed. Bleed just being silent and then just memeing on stuff, I don't think benefits him either. You're just setting up for a calm call moment. Honestly. Last year, Cam and Cole, not this year. Recon broken, flash in, a little bit disjointed from EDG, another timeout from FPX this time. And then Berlin in this corner. Nice kill, just sprayed through the smoke. That's a nice shot. Even has a rough idea on where nobody's going to be. And the last alive is Haodong, which 6-13 if he's going for like these sort of mid lurks, just controlling rotations a little bit. Probably a good shout, but really good response from FPX.
从对面手里拿到的。对，柏林他在第1次前压被抓了之后，他还是要前压，并且他在这次前压甚至抓到了非常好的机会和 timing。EDG 其实是明牌，就看刚刚跳出来清的这个点，他其实是知道这里大概率会有人的，但是就拼速度嘛，就是拼速度。再加柏林，
I taught him everything he knows. He's just too good.
混烟是没有弹到的，这个机制也被柏林玩得非常非常的清晰，你很难第一时间。
I've enjoyed watching Berlin this event though. +6 on the IGL is pretty good.
那这一分打完之后 ，Life 又有局了，然后康康也依然有局，因为有钱。Life 的局势在
Autumn, Recon does kind of important just because of how good this spot is from a Euros POV, which is exactly why Autumn's managed to dodge it and he's playing there now. He is going to get peeked though, just at the right time. Kung Kung's done well to just not go down there because that could have easily gone and killed. And then Life peeking this from elbow is scary. Now he's got knifed. That's good, and it's forced EDG to like, alright, we can't fight mid. So FPX have like, own this. This is risky. This is Berlin. This is outrageous. They're not going to expect him here. Why would they? The fact that he only gets 1 though is a shame. Oh, and you can't do that if you're Ayang. You've got to get something more. You had the advantage, and you just had something that was going to be the killing blow, and you fucked it. Oh, you've double fucked it now. Viper's Pit's in use. This descended into poo very quickly, didn't it? I think that the way that this was played, though, like fighting for this a bit more, conditioning, I think going for the A stuff is good, but I think it was too fast. And like, it was just a weird crossfire. Like, you can't really crossfire any... Taking fights here as a defender is just so hard, because obviously they're just like there. This is where they were pinging. I think they were pinging this because like maybe you can stand behind this box, because then you can clear this slowly. You're not going to get checked as much. You're just on an off angle. And this was a Guardian too. How is Ayang? It's pronounced like Ayang, I think. I don't know if it's Ayang or Yan or Aya. But I think it's Ayang, yeah. It's just pronounced... it's like the Team Heretics like montage clips that they have. Is K-Knight really pronounced K-Knight? Yes. Best of 15, 13. Unless it goes OT. Trading out kills. I mean, FPX have a tough task to do now. Lose one player over here. Cosmic Divide is used on the defense. What is the plan here? She's just like, alright, I've got plenty of space here. He even predicts that Lysa's going to peek out. Way too easy. And I think that I feel like this is set up like, alright, surely there's a little gap here with this Cosmic Divide. Camera's put down. And now he decides to peek. The walls missed him. The camera's missed him even. How on earth did the camera not spot him? Was it just below the like sight line of the camera? I think it might have been. Oh, I can't keep up when the games are like this. 2 versus 3 now. Defense is in like a fairly good spot. Like FPX were 3v5 down. So they made this competitive. Smoggy is a lineup. When's the flash coming in now? What's it off the back of? There's a recon for nobody. Broken. KO flash was used, it just didn't get anybody. Nice peek from Berlin. I mean, that's a crazy peek. It's nice from him. Nice 4K. Saves around. Nice to actually see like EDG have an advantage and fumble it a little bit on their side too. Actually, what? It was a 2 versus 5? Because Lysol dies mid. 5v4. 5v3. 5v2. Yeah. Edward Gaming lose a 5 versus 2. Mostly from just Berlin being crazy. No surprise that there's a timeout here. Speaking of which, like, keep an eye on the timeouts, because I haven't really been keeping track of who's been doing them and when. FPX have used both theirs, EDG have used both theirs. Close map. Guess it makes sense of like if FPX choose this, EDG want to go on defense first, have a good start, punish the lack of Sentinel, lack of Cypher, and then this FPX comp on attack is just on their defense even just hits too hard. Does China have 2 coaches on timeouts? No, not usually. I mean, that's only like a recent addition to all of the other regions. But that's quite literally like China's production is the same as it used to be for old international events. Like the coach has been sat behind them. A lot of the walkouts with the Microsoft Sam lady phonetically saying their names. Like it's basically like VCT China. Like we want our production to be like it used to be, not like what it is at the moment. which is like, all right, fair enough. Pretty much the same. Kung top fragging, Chichu's just behind, Smoggy lots of assists. Berlin top fragging, just 1 kill behind Kung. Life is actually kind of been a bit quiet today on this jet. Is he opping? Can't afford it. Hunter's Fury on the defense. Anything on the attack? No, not really. At least not cutting off during clutches. Yeah, don't get me started. Specific at a moment as well where the 1 versus 2 that Karen won on Bind, where he was fully flashed and he still gets both of them. There was no replay of that anywhere from Karen's POV, and I think that's like that's a red card for production for that. But I think, yeah, what EMA did yesterday was definitely something. I don't know how that happens. I do know how that happens. It's because of the delays and stuff for Ryan's playing from home. Which, to be honest, missing a clutch is more important than maybe having a little bit of competitive integrity exploited. Not that I think Ryan's would ever do that, but you either miss a clutch or have like a fucking E-sick moment. Life gets a kill, gets traded. The knife has actually got Lysar as well, so they know that he's here. Recon down. I don't think Pings and Shishu's found so much space on this lurk again. Especially, it's not often that happens. Lysar, they know that he's still here, and he just sprays in the corner perfectly. Okay. I mean, alright. That wasn't really where I was expecting it to go. I also like that Chichu took the timing to actually push holes just as the Viper was like hit. Timing of the lurk was good. Missing that fight, not too much. Again, you got FPX sort of going for these peaks and fights and just getting traded out. Like, just peeking into the choke like that. Needlessly aggressive. Yeah, Lysar's had pretty quiet time. Not the best showing, but 2 chances. There are chances.
现在这个情况也只能拼了，置之死地而后生。这应该是个快进，没有人去绕，全都在正面。但是有星体啊，有2颗星体在大门。
Just a straight execute for EDG. Don't have the ultimates for it. Berlin is just fighting on site, has the smoke to play around. He is suppressed though, and he's just facing. He still gets Kung, but he just gets traded again. Like, FPX are just going for the crazy fights. Ayang still has a recon. KO flash dodged, sees it up in the air. Still in this position. Still really risky. This could be FPX winning it now. 4 versus 3, and they're so low HP. Smoggy goes down. Haodong's low. Chishu's on his own in the lurk mids. Lysar should catch him and clear him. It's just wherever they win that duel, and he's... oh, he's looking behind. He's completely lost it. He's in the goop. Is that going to pull this rotation? It might. Chichu is just trying to take all of the heat away, but he needs to not peek here. And now there's a little bit of a walk allowed in for Haodong. Chichu, I think he needs to find a way back. This is good from FPX. They're like, well, we know that he sort of lurked up. Let's deal with the Viper later. Let's clear this guy out. The problem is now this is going to start taking a while. Chichu is actually just destroying here. What the hell? They're like, where is he? Even the casters are like, what the hell is going on? They can't find him. They can't find him. They found him and they're running with their knife out. Right now they can focus on the Viper, but the Viper's pushing mid. Haodong. Oh, and how have they won this? Have they potentially won this? There's still time. Snake bite lineup? No. Haodong has nothing. Oh, and they're not even clearing him properly. How has EDG won that? That is the most spaghetti round of Valorant I think I've ever seen. That was cinema. That was China cinema right there.
但那个时候，我觉得选手可能确实比较紧绷，对，并且他的这个实时语音还在不停的讲话。这样的话 ，EDG 熬过了一个非常难熬的回合，靠着选手。
The triple rotate is wild. It's the pure dedication to trying to clear him out, and then just completely like losing their composure towards the end. One chance. Somehow, one chance.
而且浩东只差2个点就有回复，这一切都可能成为这一分的巨大变数。居在 Autumn 在中路，必小代价。对，准备随时发力，但是 Autumn 现在手里有个大招。这个管道两边碰面了，康康和 Life。
I think Kung has to flick for this, taking this fight. He clears him too. Oh, the peak is just too good. Oh, he's even dashed out. I mean, just the awareness is good. Berlin, okay. Honestly, that time, pulling out the crazy stuff. Ayang dies? He opened the fucking door. You let him in. You've literally let the devil into your house with this one, FPX. And I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about that as well. The angel is taking over. Really is the angel versus the devil, and I don't know which one I want to win here. Yeah, Kung barely took any damage as well. Like, there is just plot armor. He is just the protagonist. Valorant is a game all about him. Alright, 1. Lysel's 30 HP. Kung's about to 4K to bring this to OT like he did against Trace. How has this ended up in OT? How has Kung got a 4K on that round as well? This is beyond silly. He's the moment. I cannot believe this. Why is Ayang peeking that there? Peek it together if you can. He gave him the Blade Storm and then he just pulls that out and kills fucking Life with it. It's almost impressive how wrong that went for FPX. Those last 2 rounds going as wrong as they did, I am not surprised whatsoever that FPX are taking a timeout here. I cannot believe it. Oh my god, I can only imagine what like fucking other people's reactions to that round was. Embarrassing region. Hey now. Hey. Be careful. You might not be wrong. You don't need to be mean. Oh, those last 2 rounds though. I don't know what the fuck are you doing is in Mandarin, but I imagine those are probably some of the words that would be used. Can you imagine if Baba was the coach of a team that just did that? Like, what if, like, I think he would actually need strapping down. He'd be like Hannibal Lecter in the coach chair if that happened to Baba. Oh, OT. Berlin. The attack up on the Astra. Because, sure. Fair enough. I mean, he's doing something, guys. I'm not sure, like... He actually is Angel. I'm convinced. This is definitely stuff that Angel would do in an overtime game. Make a load of noise on halls and try to get somebody to peek him because as the Astra, he is the op. Like, of course. It's like rule number 1 from playing Breeze. Play Astra, attack off, win. Angeled half by armor. No, that's fine because Berlin has no armor, so I guess that's still also like legit. Oh, they're gonna push out of this. Oh, the snake bite is way too good from Haodong. Oh, that's a whiff. That is beyond a whiff. Autumn, how on earth? Where is this going? It's a 3 versus 3. Life is 18 HP. He's pushed up. He's dead. Ayang trades. Nobody trades that. Lysol is just fighting out in the open. Oh, Lord. I'm actually just going to rip my dick off if we see EDG win this in OT. This is just a straight dick ripping of a game. Just pull it straight off.
但是队友的配合跟自己并没有很到位。没错，刚才这一下，浩东可以说是非常完美的去化解了对手从2楼管道进攻黄香的一个战术。连追了3分 ，EDG 现在拿到自己。
That's the way to describe it. I mean, clearly not many people are like Hat Films watchers from back in the day. And Sips.
来一把自己的进攻狙，而且刚才柏林确确实实也收到了一个。是。
I think it's probably the best explanation though. It's gone from like just shithousery, but this is like straight dick ripping Valorant. Smoke it down. I mean, to be fair, it's an Astra on a breeze. It's an extra. And it's part of Berlin's master plan. He's got his notes from Angel. Die first so you can IGL watching all their POVs.
EDG 也很懂，因为 A 区没有柏林烟雾的遮蔽，所以整个进点的过程当中不会受到太多的限制技能。
I didn't think that after being eliminated and now they could emotionally hurt me again, but here we are. Yeah, I mean, you can take the team off of FPX, but you can't take FPX off the team.
因为他回防的路径其实很难选。对 ，A 大要来了，康康应该会再次把自己狙架出去。Autumn 不看就不知道有没有人，看了就有可能。
I guess it'd be more that you can take Angel off of FPX, but you can't take FPX off of Angel.
再加上玄地剑也是确定了位置，进攻方最后把矛头指向了 B 点，留一手还在等，但是他 B 大 B 小都要看 B 小应该是个侧身。
Oh, Shishu. Oh, he's been so good on this Cypher. These lurks are like, wow, they're just great Cypher play.
随着 EDG 的转点，马上就拍马赶到 B 区已经是 EDG 的囊中之物。
I don't think you need Cypher on this map, but if you play it this well, it's such a bonus.
那这样的话，进攻方拿到了一个4打2的残局，回防的路线现在非常的诡异。
But he genuinely is playing like nuts. Like, because I know that, like, for Chishu, he was big inspired by Gambit.
没有任何技能可以帮他们。零点秀他甚至还取到了不错的效果，就只需要等待对手出枪抓 timing 就可以了。而现在 EDG
Oh man, 4 versus 2. There's one. You catch the lurk. Time is starting to become a bit of an issue, though. You have to walk out over towards this. 1 versus 3. Everybody's peeking, everybody's fighting. Haodong actually, I like the respect. He's like, no, no, no. Let's play this properly. We're going to Madrid. Let's act like it. Nice double peek. I'm about to go rip my dick off. It's so bad from FPX. How? How is this still happening? It's so... I genuinely, with everybody's like going to be watching these games because these are the teams that are qualifying for Madrid. And I'm like, you know, advocating for them. And then they embarrass me like this. Your IGL is top fragging the smoke, something is going wrong, especially when you've got double duelist. But I will say that like Berlin was terrific. And he was risky. Most of the risks paid off. And I'd rather see teams go for risks against EDG than play way too safe, which I think is what Trace did. You just look a little bit toothless. Might want to numb the area. I mean, I think that this game has numbed the area for me, but yeah, here we are.